So here's a good example of a game that I got a while ago and really wanted to play and never got around to it for well over a year or two. Gunbird 2 for the Dreamcast is a side-scrolling shooter, bullet hell, shoot 'em up, shmup, all those good things. And it's a lot like other games in the genre, and honestly, it doesn't really do anything too special. There's really no reason to play this one over any other game besides if you're fanatical about bullet hell shooters. But regardless, it's fun, and I played it, and I beat it, but really, the game beat me. It's so hard. The biggest thing you're going to notice about the game as you're watching me play it is how much I'm just going to die over and over again. And it really is kind of the name of all these games, that they just kick your ass over and over, and like older games, you really need to figure out patterns and discover where you need to go and what you need to do, die a lot, and then come back and do it again the right way. But anyways, so about the game. There's about 7 or 8 levels, if I remember right, and you have 7 characters to choose from. I'm playing as Morgan from the Darkstalker series. I thought it was cool they included her. But each character is unique in that they have different attack styles that you can level up, so you always start with a little sort of pea shooter, just one thing, but eventually you get power-ups that make you shoot out 4 or 5 bullets at a time with homing missiles and stuff, and you have bombs, which is a staple for all the games in this series, that not only destroy most enemies on the screen, but they also eliminate all bullets that are flying at you, so it's pretty vital to use it at the right time. And you can pick more of those up as you play. But you also have these melee attacks, and if you look in the bottom left corner of the screen, you will see a bar filling up, and that bar is your sort of special attack you can use to either do a melee attack, which does a lot of damage because you're getting right up next to the enemies, risking death, or you can do a charge attack, which is a super powerful attack that actually barrels through multiple enemies, so you kind of choose what you want. But it goes down each time you die, and you can only get hit once and you die, and you only have 3 lives per continue, and once you lose all 3 you have to continue. The good thing is, the first 4 levels of the game, when you continue, you can keep playing right where you passed out and lost your last life, but the last 4 levels, if you die, you have to start that level completely over. So it kind of makes you learn the game a little bit, and then it says, alright, no more fucking around, and then you have to beat the game for real. Helping out in this, though, are 7 difficulty levels. Normal is hard enough, but if you want to, there is a very hard. And below that, you can get down to the smaller, easier levels, and even the level 1 challenge is baby difficulty, which, in its own right, when you get to the end, it's still fairly challenging. So you have a lot of challenges here. The story, there's really no story. You're trying to find these like magical items that are going to come together to make a potion from this special potion master, and it can do, I think, anything. And each character has their own motives for getting one. But it doesn't matter. You're not playing the game for the story. You're playing the game to get your ass kicked and to have a good time. And having a good time is really the name of the game here. You can play with 2 players. Unfortunately, I was only able to play with 1. But even with 1, it's still fun. 2 players, I could see it being totally off the wall and crazy, just with all this crap flying around on the screen at one time. But hey, that's what, makes the game fun. So I'm really not that sad that it took me this long to get to the game. I'm happy that I have it because it's a rare, harder one to find, but it's not that good. Maybe I'm just not that into shoot-em-ups like these, but it just seemed alright. Nothing about it was spectacular. You don't really hear about it that often like you do, say, Ikaruga or something else like that. So it must not stand out that much in the community. But I do like games that sort of cross over and have characters from other genres, like this, has Morgan, like I said, and Cannon Spike, also for the Dreamcast, has Mega Man, and Morgan might be in that game too. But, I like that aspect, so that's pretty cool. I wasn't actually expecting that. I didn't know it until I started the game up. And I don't know if I'd really recommend it. It seems like it's a very niche category, so if you are someone that likes these games, then yeah, I'd say get it, because there's not that many left, and it's hard to find them out there. But if you're someone that's just looking at it and you're like, oh, Gunbird 2, is that any good? No, it's average. So if I was saying would I play it again, no, not really. I mean, I beat it 3 times with different characters. Yeah, there are different endings, but I don't really see a reason to play it again. Maybe I'd pop it out once to play with someone else, but that's about it. You could beat the game quickly, which is kind of a problem with all of these types of games, that you can knock them out really fast, but other than that, it's Gunbird 2 for the Dreamcast. It's fun, it was exciting, it just didn't last long, and it wasn't too thrilling. Nothing about it is really going to stick with you after you play it, besides the difficulty and the challenge, which sticks with you for every game like this. So, that's this week's episode, and we'll see you guys later.